I'm not late. I'm sure I'm not late.
No. Nina. Enchantress.
All day long I've been so worried. I've been so on edge.
Do you have the methylated spirits? And the sulfur? Okay. When the red eyes make their appearance, there has to be the smell of sulfur.
In a half hour I have to go. My father and stepmother say this place is bohemian. They're afraid I might become an actress. Arcadia doesn't scare me, and neither does Sorin the great philosopher. But there's Alexander, the great writer. His stories are so wonderful.
I haven't read them.
It's not easy acting in your play. There's no living characters.
Living characters? Life should be portrayed not the way it is, and not the way it's supposed to be, but the way it appears in dreams.
It's like a staged reading. There's no action, and no love interest. I think a play should have love interests.
Some 5 or 10 years ago here on the lake, you could hear singing almost non-stop every night.
There were 6 houses along the shore. I can remember laughter, shooting, one love affair or another.
Indeed.
My darling, when are we to begin?
In a minute. Have some patience.
Men and lions, antlered deer, geese, eagles, partridges, spiders, the silent fishes dwelling in the water, starfish and tiny creatures invisible to the eye. These and every form of life, yes, every form of life, have ended their melancholy round and become extinct. Thousands of centuries have passed before this earth bore any living being on its bosom. All is cold. Cold, cold. Empty. Empty, empty. Terrible. Terrible, terrible.
Is that sulfur? It smells.
Shh.
Of course, special.
Sit. Play's over.
Devil is the main principle.
Enough. Curtain. Bring down the curtain. I apologize. I lost track of the fact that playwriting and play acting are for the chosen few. I infringed on the monopoly. I feel.
What's come over him? He said this was a joke, so I treated his play as a joke.
You've offended him.
Oh, and now it turns out he's written a masterpiece. Pardon me.
Everyone writes the way he wants and the way he can.
Really? You notice he didn't pick an ordinary play, but forced us to sit here through that avant-garde gibberish. For the sake of art, I'm willing to listen to gibberish, but all this pretentiousness about new forms, nothing in it but a nasty disposition.
It looks like we're not going on, so I can come out?
Oh, bravo, bravo, you were wonderful. Oh, that face, what a wonderful voice. You have an obligation to go on stage.
Oh, it's my fondest dream, but it'll never come true.
Who knows? May I introduce Alexander to Thorne?
So nice to meet you. I've read all your things.
Don't be embarrassed. He's a celebrity, but he's a simple soul. You'll notice he's embarrassed himself.
I didn't understand a single word. Still, I enjoyed watching it. Your acting was so sincere. And the scenery was so gorgeous. I bet there were a lot of fish in that lake.
Yes.
I love fishing. For me, there's no greater pleasure than sitting on the bank at dusk watching the float bob up and down.
But I should think that anyone who's created a work of art couldn't enjoy anything else.
Don't speak like that to him. When anyone gives him a compliment, he just shrivels up. Come, let's to the house.
Ah.
My father and stepmother have gone out of town. I can be all yours for 3 whole days.
How wonderful! Isn't she just the prettiest young thing today?
Ugh, and smartly dressed, too. But we mustn't give her too many compliments. We should put a hex on her. Where's Alexander?
He's down by the swimming hole, fishing.
Oh, I'm surprised he's not fed up with it yet. So tell me, what's the matter with my darling Tilden? How come he's so tiresome and surly? You know, he spends whole days out in the lake and I hardly ever see him.
Well, he's heartsick. Please, do recite some things from his play.
You want me to? It's so uninteresting.
What could be more boring than this darling rural boredom, It's hot, quiet. Nobody lifts a finger.
Are you still planning on going to town later?
That's my plan.
I'll be surprised if you make it.
Oh?
You're not borrowing my car. I've seen how you drive.
Well, every time I come home, it's the same. Every time with these insults. Well, maybe I'll just go, and never set foot in this place again.
Well, I suppose now is when we beg her not to leave. No! Arcadia, come back.
I did something nasty. I killed this seagull. I lay it at your feet.
What's wrong?
You've changed towards me. Your eyes are cold. My being here makes you tense.
Lately you've been so touchy. You talk in code. Symbols of some kind. This is obviously one too. But I don't understand.
What's there to understand? You didn't like my play. You despise my ideas. You've started thinking of me as a nobody, as a mediocrity.
I'm just too ordinary to understand you.
Your coolness towards me is horrible. It's like waking up one morning to realize that the lake is suddenly dried up.
Hello.
Good afternoon. I can't quite imagine what it would be like to be 19 or 18. I really would like to be in your shoes, if just for an hour to find out how your mind works.
I should like to be in your shoes.
Why?
I envy you. People's lives are so different. Yours is so interesting, brilliant, meaningful.
You're very young and very kind.
Your life is so beautiful.
Alright, let me make a statement. Let's talk about my beautiful, brilliant life. All the time, I'm obsessed with one compulsive thought. I have to write. I have to write. I barely finish one story when I have to write another. I write non-stop like an express train. I can't help it. I'm here talking to you. But meanwhile, I never forget that there's a story of mine waiting to be written. And years ago, the years of my youth, when I was first starting out, Writing was agony. I was afraid of the public, and every time a new play of mine managed to get produced, it was awful. It was excruciating.
But surely the creative process itself must make you happy.
When I'm writing, it's nice enough. But then the public sees it. Yes, charming, talented, but no Tolstoy.
Forgive me, but I think you've been spoiled by success.
What is success? I don't like myself as a writer. Sometimes I get into a sort of trance and I don't even know what I'm writing. I see life and science keep moving and I keep falling farther and farther behind.
If I were a writer, I'd put up with anything. Poverty, disappointment. But I would demand on fame. On real, resounding fame.
But what's this?
A seagull. Tilden killed it.
Lovely bird.
What are you writing?
Just jotting something down. A story came to mind. On the shores of a lake, a young girl grows up, just like you, loves the lake, like a gull, is happy and free, like a gull. But by chance, a man comes along, sees her, and having nothing better to do, destroys her. Just like this seagull here.
Take my word for it. A young man who is intelligent, living out here in the country, out here in the sticks, nothing to keep him occupied, it's not good. I love him very dearly, and he's very fond of me, but all the same.
He could get a desk job or work at the town library or something.
At least take him back to the city with you. He gets so lonely out here.
No, after what happened, it's better I take Alexander away from here.
You called for me, Sorin?
Yes. Yes. I'm gonna make us a snack. Could you keep her company? You know she hates to be without audience.
Who did your dressing? Looks awful. Sit down. See? Practically healed. Promise me no more of this when I go back to the city.
I lost control. It won't happen again. Why do you give in to that writer's influence?
Oh, you don't understand him. He's a person of the highest refinement.
You and I are at each other's throats because of him. Meanwhile, he's out in the garden laughing at us. Cultivating Nina. trying to convince her once and for all that he's a genius. His writing makes me sick.
That's jealousy. People with plenty of pretensions and no talent often criticize truly talented people.
Talented? I'm more talented than the lot of you put together.
Oh, how avant-garde.
Go back to your lights and your glamour and your pathetic third-rate shows.
Left or right?
Left.
No. I was trying to see if I should become an actress or not. If only someone would give me advice.
You can't give advice about something like that.
I brought you a parting gift. Remember me from time to time.
Everything's all packed now, I suppose? Ugh, I'm dead tired. Ready?
Do we have a copy of my book, Days and Nights, here? Page 121, lines 11 and 12. If ever my life is of use to you, come take it.
If you desert me, even for an hour, I won't live.
I'm attracted to her.
To some country girl. Oh, how little you know yourself.
To a love that's young, charming, poetical, sending me into a dream world. I've never experienced a love like that.
You're out of your mind.
What's the point of running away from it?
Oh, my crazy, fabulous man. You are the last chapter in the story of my life. My precious headstrong man. You want to do something reckless, but I won't let you. You're mine. This forehead is mine. And this silky hair is mine. There. You see? I'm the only one who knows how to appreciate.
I've got no will of my own. Take me, carry me off, spineless, wishy-washy.
Come with me.
Take me, carry me off. Don't ever let me out of your sight. forgot my hat.
I knew we'd meet again. I've made up my mind. Tomorrow I'll be gone too. Traveling to the city, just like you.
Marvelous.
We shall meet there.
How wonderful. I'll see these eyes again. That indescribably tender smile. These delicate features. This look of angelic purity.